May God give us wisdom to grieve as people with hope. This hope is anchored in the assurance that His Majesty's reign continuing in an unbroken lineage of kings. Indeed, we are protected by the shield of our identity, for which our kings and ancestors proudly waged war. The Zulu nation is still here. We're walking through the valley of grief, yet still we stand. We owe our hope to His Majesty King Goodwill Zwelithini kaBhekuzulu, who honored the throne of his father and his father's father, going back to the founder of our nation, His Majesty King Shaka Kasenzangakhona. Among all our kings, His Majesty's reign was the longest. God granted him longevity, and we reaped the rewards. God also granted him wisdom, compassion, foresight, and courage. His Majesty became the repository of the full history of our people. All our traditions, culture, indigenous knowledge, systems of governance, and social structures are expressed through our monarch. He carried his burden with dignity. We were blessed by his strength and boldness, for he spoke without fear or favor, leading according to his conscience. When he spoke, he also did. What he spoke, he also did. Serve with that courage. Throughout our kingdom, His Majesty's people have an extraordinary element of security, for every family is able to access enough land to live on and produce food. Under his reign, the communal land of the Zulu kingdom has fed and nurtured us. He fought for this security, and as a servant of my king, I'll continue that fight for whatever is left of my own life. Through him, traditional leadership remained strong even under attack. I remember his words on the 4th of July 2018. As a true leader and a father king, he warned those who would oppose our nation, saying, quote him, he said, "Face me directly and leave these people alone." His commitment to his people and kingdom is beyond question. Long before COVID, our king championed the fight against HIV and AIDS, reinstating some of our cultural practices and ceremonies. His Majesty, in other words, saved lives. As one who has lost children to HIV and AIDS, I'm proud of our king's bold stand. His reign saw no wars. No warriors were sent by him into a battle. Yet he reigned through one of the most turbulent times in our nation's history. He was always a king at war, and we, his warriors, were always in battle, whether we were fighting against poverty, whether we were fighting against ignorance or disease, or whether we were fighting for social justice, for the role of traditional leaders, and for the survival of morality. The battle has never stopped. Yet still his reign will be remembered as a reign of peace. When we tell our children the history of this great nation and speak to them about our kings, we will say, His Majesty King Shaka built an empire. His Majesty King Dingane safeguarded the nation's assets against invaders. His Majesty King Pande diffused confrontation through negotiation. King Kachwayo saw victory at Isanjwan fighting to preserve our sovereignty. King Dinizulu resisted attempts to conquer our spirit. King Solomon sought to resurrect our unity. His Majesty King Cyprian opposed the apartheid regime, and King Zwelithini prepared us to survive the coming storm of inequality and environmental distress. We commit now to preserving his legacy, fiercely protecting our history, unity, and identity. I would like to express my deepest sympathies which I express specifically with Her Majesty's wives and children, and pray for the royal family in its entirety and the entire nation. Ngigcine nenabesilo ngevesi engiqale ngalo ukuthi masiduduze ukukhumbula lawo mazwi ombhalo ayiqiniso asho nguIsaya umprofeti isahluko 54 ivesi leshumi, ngoba izintaba zingamuka namagquma angasuswa, kepha umusa wami ayikumuka kuwo, nesivumelwano sami sokuthula asikususwa, kusho inkosi ekuhawukelayo. Ngempela kwangathi inkosi inganihawukela futhi inqondise ngalesikhathi esinzima sobuhlungu. Kwangathi silo inkosi yesizwe AmaZulu, umdlakumbana angaphumula ngokuthula. Wena wendlovu, wena wendlovu, bayethe